Our last guest today is giving us a taste of a multi-course meal happening every week in Seattle. It's more than just fish. Omakase shows off fresh creations curated by only the most talented chefs. And here to show off some of his omakase menu is Chef Han Lee from Sugo. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, so Sugo is considered Seattle's first hand roll bar. Is that correct? What can you tell me about the restaurant?
Yeah, that's correct. We're located right by Pike Place Market, and we essentially have some hand rolls that we make. The chefs work right in front of you, and you eat right in front of them one at a time. It's a really great experience, something like a little date night or just something to check out while you're in the market, grab a bite to eat.
Dinner and a show, we love it. Seafood, why is it so special, would you say, at the restaurant with what you use?
So we're very particular about what we choose. Almost everything we use for, like, specifically with this omakase program and also for most of our regular menu, it comes straight from Japan. They actually ship it over to us overnight, and then we actually do, I would say, about 99% of the handling all ourselves. Like, we scale it, we break it down, we fillet it, and then we prepare it all to make sushi.
Wow, omakase. If someone hasn't heard that before, how do you describe what that actually is for people?
Yeah, omakase just kind of means chef's choice or trust the chef. It's kind of evolved a little bit. It used to be you go to a restaurant, you tell the chef, give me whatever you want, and they just give you whatever you want. It's become more of a tasting menu in a sense nowadays. I think it's a little easier to understand, a lot more clearer, so that's become a lot more common. And so with our tasting menu or omakase experience, it's very curated, everything's all set up.
Tailored
and we have
to...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We have like a specific direction we want to take everything.
How many pieces do you have during that experience? Because I understand it only happens, right, once a week.
Yeah, so it happens once a week. We start with 14 courses for everyone who comes in, and then you have the option to add 4 more if you'd like at the end.
Okay, well, we're not doing that many courses today for timing, but you are going to show me a couple. So what are we going to be making today?
Yeah, so we are going to make a little tuna nigiri as well as some wagyu nigiri. Should I just start right now?
I think that you should.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
what are we starting with?
The tuna. This is akami. It's the lean portion of Spanish bluefin tuna.
Look at the knife skills, too. I'm like, whoa, I'm going to be learning something today. Wow. And again, you said this is all from...
So this tuna comes from Spain. It's actually farm raised in Spain, and then they ship it to Japan, and then they sell it to us through Japan. So it's a little bit interesting. Some of these proteins, they take a little bit longer to get to their final destination, but the general idea is that everything goes through Japan just because the fishmongers there have a really great tradition of being able to take care of things the correct way to make sure that we can use it for whatever we need it for.
Fair enough. What's the technique here that you're using for people at home?
So
what are you trying to do?
This is how we make nigiri sushi, which is basically where we put the fish on top of the rice, and we want it to all come together as one piece. That's really easy to pick up with your hands, with chopsticks, things like that.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave this right here. I'm going to hand this to you.
Yes, because I'm going to garnish it, right?
Yes,
and what am I
correct.
garnishing this with?
Just with a little bit of this soy sauce, which is a different, sweeter brush on soy sauce that they use at traditional omakase restaurants.
Wow, okay.
Nice.
How does that look, Chef?
Good, good.
Perfect.
And then just a little bit of that fresh wasabi.
Okay, and for everyone at home, this is such a cool tool. I've never seen this. So I'm supposed to do a circular motion, right? And kind of put my weight into it a little bit, and then it comes off?
Just a little pressure, and then it'll start to grate it.
Wow. Okay, and while I'm doing this, what's our next roll that we're doing?
We are going to make some A5 wagyu.
Oh, yeah, we are. Okay. And then look, see, it's all coming off.
Yeah, perfect.
Amazing. Okay, where does that go?
And you can just put it right on top, just a little bit.
A little, oh.
Or however much you like, you know.
I'm gonna actually go, this is a lot of fun. So we're gonna keep going.
Sounds
here.
good.
And I love wasabi, so yum.
Perfect.
Okay, and then how do we get the next one prepared?
Yeah, so let me just start.
I'll get out of your way.
No worries.
And how did you get into cooking? Like, where does this passion come from?
Yeah, I started cooking with my mom when I was a lot younger. She taught me a couple of basic things, and then never really took it as like something I would do professionally. But I got really lucky. I was working at a sushi restaurant, and I had the opportunity to start learning, and I just fell in love and really got obsessed at a very young age, and here I am today.
Whoa, and you've, been in this industry for over a decade, I understand, and you're so humble. A Michelin star restaurant, too. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so I used to work for Sushi by Scratch Restaurants, the branch here in Seattle.
Yes.
I was the sous chef there, and it was a lot of fun. We didn't have the star ourselves because Seattle doesn't have Michelin stars, but we like to think that if we did, we probably would have. Not to go against the humble point, but they had a Michelin star at their Montecito location, and I learned from one of the chefs who was actually involved in that process.
Okay, what are you doing over here? This is a lot happening. This is cool.
So we are currently searing the A5 Wagyu, and it looks like it's ready. Perfect.
Holy moly.
And then if you want to garnish this one as well.
Yes, I would love to.
This one is getting a little bit of this yogurt chutney sauce.
Yogurt and chutney. How long have you been with Sugo too for?
I've been with Sugo since December. They brought me on as their sushi director, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of learning and just a great experience overall.
Oh my gosh. Okay, how does that look?
That looks perfect.
Okay.
Let's put that right down.
Put that back. Yum.
And a little
All
bit
the
of
flavors are
chives.
so good. Okay. I feel like you're probably cringing
No,
at
no,
the
no,
way
you're
that
doing
I'm
great.
doing
You're
all
doing great.
I'm like, well, we'll just wherever.
There you go.
Yeah, that looks great. You
Perfect.
also brought some other deliciousness while I try over here what we made. So going over from this side down, what do you have there?
So the first bite we have there is something that we want to showcase for a special event we're doing next Wednesday. It's a wine pairing night. So we're going to be partnering up with Chateau Saint Michel, and we're going to be making a special bite just to have them come in and do a pairing with us. But this is amaebi or spot prawn. We're topping it with a Szechuan chili and black bean sauce, and then some ginger, and it's a condiment known as negidare, which is ginger, garlic, and green onion that we mix in with little sesame seeds.
Whoa.
And then after that, we have Ora King salmon, which is just a really high quality, really fatty salmon that we get from New Zealand. We cold smoked it with applewood chips.
What does cold smoke mean?
Cold smoke means that we're going to infuse the smoke flavors without actually adding any heat to it. And so we do a light cure, and then we let it sit in a pan or an enclosed area with some smoking wood chips going, and it'll slowly infuse into the fish. So you'll have nice smoky flavors with a nice raw texture as well.
Whoa, okay, and then the last one there, what do we have there?
That last one is shima aji. It's a striped jack or trevally jack. It's a really beautiful fish, really similar to yellowtail, which people might be more familiar to, but it's a little bit fattier and has a really nice firm texture. And we're topping that one with a sweet corn sauce as well as pickled serrano peppers.
Oh my gosh, everything is so delicious. The flavors are amazing. It's so fresh. If you had to pick one thing on the menu that's your favorite or just something that you love to make, can you even choose, or what would it be?
It's pretty hard to choose. I do really love the cold smoking process. I think that's really unique, really interesting, something that's not super common. But I think for me, shima aji might be my favorite, which is why we have it here today. It's just such a beautiful fish. Can I
Yes,
bring this over
please.
and show you? It has this really beautiful silver skin on the back. So this isn't actually the skin, but it's a membrane underneath the skin. When you skin it correctly,
Whoa.
it shows this really beautiful color. And so this is probably one of my favorites to prepare. My old head chef and I, we used to fight about who was better at it. I think arguably, I gotta give it to him. He might still be better at than me, but
Again,
still
you're so
something to learn.
humble. I don't know. We also have some really exciting news. You guys are expanding, so tell me where you guys are expanding to.
Yeah, so we have locations coming up in Alderwood, like Linwood area, as well as
Wow.
Woodinville.
Okay, so 3 locations are going to be popping up sooner rather than later.
Soon, yes.
But right now, Pike Place.
Pike Place Market.
Thank you so much for being here, Chef. Delicious, delicious. And thank you to you all for spending time with us today. You can check our website for more of our content, and you can always send us an email to share your thoughts. Don't forget to enjoy your new day, and we'll see you next time.